Men Who Chase Geese. Today we're going to do the Zillo Beast, and the Zillo Beast Strikes Back arc.
Yes.
I'm going to start with him.
So the arc basically starts with the Sebulba people not necessarily asking for help, but starting a treaty of some sort. And it's not going very well. It's being pretty shaky. And Windu is like, all right, well, we basically need your resources, and we can be the best promise to you. And they're doing something shady in the back room, and it turns out that they've actually discovered some sort of Zillo beast when mining for the resources that they need so desperately to fuel the machines. So they make a deal. They're like, look, if you can kill this magical beast that we have that we've been trying to destroy, we'll basically
they have destroyed in the past.
Right. They said, we'll give you the resources. So they're attempting to do it. And they send Obi-Wan and Anakin down there, and they've got their little lightsabers, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna cut you up," and it just doesn't work because the armor plating on the Zillo Beast is so strong that it's impervious to lightsabers, which is a pretty phenomenal thing when you think about the lore of Star Wars. There's only like one or two things that are force insensitive in the world, so there's only a couple things that a lightsaber can't cut through. So, of course, Palpatine gets all excited, and he's like, good, I will make armor and ships out of it and everything. You must kill this beast and bring it back for research and whatnot. And everyone's like, no, this is a terrible plan. We gotta, subdue the beast. We have to finish it off here once and for all. And even the Sebulba people are like, no, transporting it would be the worst idea ever. So, suffice to say, that's exactly what happens. Palpatine gets his way. He does research, and it fails miserably. And it unleashes onto the city like a great Godzilla movie, which is probably the only redeeming value of this part, where the Zillo Beast, wreaks havoc in Neo-Tokyo sort of style. All in all, I'd give it a 2, but a 3 out of 5 for the whole arc. I personally liked how everyone was like, no, don't do it. And of course, Emperor Palpatine is the only one wanting to do it. And everyone is just like, well, chalk that up to him just having a bad idea, and this is just the start of all the terrible ideas Palpatine has that they just have to go around because he's the Chancellor, and you have to listen to him.
Are you done with your ramblings?
Yep.
Okay. Anyway, so the basic premise of it is it's a Godzilla film, and it's got some interesting things to it, kind of, but I'm not a fan of this episode of this arc. So. Yeah, so they're going after him, and then after the Zillo Beast, and again it's a trade. It's basically resources for their help, and they'll protect the planet, but they want the resources. So they want the Zillo Beast dead, and they're gonna kill it, and so it's immune. But so these are a lot of kind of archetypes here. So if you look at dragons, historical ancient dragons. Many times you'll have stories where if they're killed, or if you can kill them, you can use their scales and everything as armor, like it has magical powers. So it's the same thing here. You kill the Zillo Beast, you can use the armor, and it's again magical powers. So it follows the same pattern. And then when they take it to Coruscant becomes Tokyo, which they destroy, which is again what happens. The beast itself is fine, I guess. I wasn't really a fan of how it was drawn. It knew who its enemy was.
Spidery thing.
It knew who its enemy was. I thought it was like Noodles, quite frankly. Which was Palpatine, and they tried to kill him several times, including his picture at one point. So, it has no. See, I don't like it because the Jedi really don't do anything in it. I mean, they fight it, but there's no growth. There's no anything. In other words, if you don't have this story in this story. It doesn't change anything.
Nope.
All it does is confirm that Palpatine's a bad guy. And again, they use archetypes, which is, again, this Zillo Beast is a dragon, and you can use his scales to make armor.
The poor researcher that no one listens to and really cares for the beast.
You have this poor researcher who is being penned in by Palpatine to do unethical things, and you see that he uses his power to compel her to do unethical things, and she does. Because she's compelled, otherwise she'll have no choice. She'll get replaced by somebody who'll do it. So there you go. So I was not a fan of this episode at all. I give it a 1 because it doesn't do anything. It does nothing. There's no growth. There's nothing. Again, and there's no reason for it to be in the series at all. It doesn't do anything.
Star Wars Godzilla.
If it's not in the show, you wouldn't know because it doesn't have any connection to anything else. There's nothing on it, nothing to it.
It would be one thing if the enemies later on in the series had armor of that Zilla beast.
Yeah.
But I don't believe it ever comes.
No, they don't. So again, what's the point? And it's not like you see the armor in the movies, or I've read a lot of the book. I don't in the book. So what did happen to you? You killed the beast. So what did happen on this armor? I don't know.
Palpatine saves it for a rainy day.
Yeah, but he never used it. Nope. So I mean, what's the
Would
point?
have come in real handy against it a couple times.
So what's the point? So I just again, it missed. It's kind of a. I don't know why it's there. It didn't need to be an arc. It didn't need to be there at all. It certainly didn't need to be an arc. So I just think it's 2 episodes that are completely wasted. Again, when I think of production time and money and everything that's involved, I just don't understand what this has to do with anything. I think that's kind of stupid. So there we go. And again, I think they just wanted to put archetypes in there, and they just wanted to do a Godzilla film for whatever reason, and that's fine. But I mean, so what? Anyway, so there we go. So that's it. That's our review. It's terrible. It's a terrible arc, and there you go. Okay.
This is the men who have chased geese. You did like this episode.
Take care.